He left instant.
Yeah, because he knows he's a shitter McBaya. They were waiting for you though. Everyone's warmed up. Everyone's ready to get it in.
Yes,
Damn,
sir.
y'all warmed up. I didn't even get to warm up.
We go around some creator.
Yeah, do like a tilted zone war no name or something, or give me party leader.
Tilted zone.
Just give me a party leader. I have one that has
Y'all want box fight? Yeah, I have that.
the no name.
Yeah, box fight. Y'all want box fight no name or tilted zone war no name?
Tilted zone war.
Tilted.
Alright.
No name.
I'll be right back.
Private or public?
Private.
Public.
I guess you can do public. I
I
really
go
don't care.
private. I kind of want to go private.
Okay, private. Fuck it.
Bro, it's already Thursday. It's crazy.
Good. Good dog.
Oh, my little Baya.
Get paid tomorrow.
Who started it?
Yo, are you still doing that coding stuff, Tyler?
Yeah. Yeah. I start 3 months from now, but I'm already taking courses.
The volcano, my little Baya. Fire.
Ah! I knew that was
Yeah. Back in business.
See, the only person that wasn't in there was me, my Baya. Now I'm in here. Starting to get real nice.
Gotta get spicy.
No, bro.
Who was trying to attack me over there?
Don't worry about it, Sarbaya. Whoa! You stink, Mama. Now, I'm gonna get you. What the?
Oh.
Damn, look at you guys building up all nice and calm, Mama.
I can't edit for some reason.
What? What?
That's how you gotta play some jump pads whenever you're falling.
What?
You didn't know about it?
Oh, look at that beauty stuff down here. Little fire, you know my phone damage for that appeal. Yahoo! Yahoo! Major beauty! Glad to get one from my fire. What the fuck? Where are you going? What are you doing? Yeah! What? No way! No way I lose this! Nope! Not the fire.
Maya Baya.
He was at a mass pressure, you could have snuck him.
Wow. No comms. You got me low, bro. I had to fish.
Getting used to my new sense.
You go higher or lower?
Lower. I want control right now, though. More control. My movement.
What I'm saying, dude. I'm over to the dark side, brother. There ain't no better way. Controller.
Bro, are you fucking kidding me?
Controller player. What the? No danger. Don't do it, brother. I said don't do it, brother.
I hate people like
Charge it
this.
up. No way you do that to me, bro. Come on down, brother. Okay, chill. Fishy fire. Come on, dude. Oh my. No, where's my shot? You saw that, Derek?
No.
Don't touch me.
And he had you in a gumball machine, bro.
Oh, look at that.
Sorry.
I kept shooting when you
Yeah,
didn't
you should have waited, dude.
I should have waited for that shit.
You gotta know danger, bro. They're just gonna teach you, showing you, and then get you where you want to.
Wagging a little bit.
And there we go. Bye. Come on out, Mother Naveer. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it, Derek. Don't ruin it, Derek. Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm healing my body. I'm coming back to you. Here I come.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Derek
My
B.
bio.
I see. My hand up here.
Wait, I'm lagging.
Let me hit you another fish, bro. We're gonna do it this way, okay? Little fire. Ooh, 45. Don't wait. Don't wait. Hey, Starview. I smell a Derek Beauty. I smell a star fire.
Fuck.
Oh, crack Derek. Come here, Danger. Fox. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Said no mats.
Jeez. Yeah, no mats. That's unfortunate. You motherfucker.
Okay, fine. Ripped it on you. This little buyer right here. Right here, my little buyer. Whatever, Danger. Here, boy. What? Where's my shot, bro? Like, what is this game, bro? This game is dog. Oh.
Nope. Let's go play pubs now.
I had no mats.
Yeah. Let's go play pubs now.
Why you gotta climb that up?
Say
Sorry, I
it's
was
for me.
Why did I what?
I'm trying to climb that. You should have just waited for me to come down.
Because I wanted to smoke now, so I was like, I'm gonna go up there. I should have waited down there for real.
Yeah, you should have waited.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
tight. You think you got style, but I really got the style. Pipe her down low, so you know I keep it tight. I pull up in the roll, so you know I'm in the sky. Chick for the pole, you know that we on the road. Girl, you gotta wait, let's go. All of these records I'm putting on. After the fuck, gotta get gone. I feel like a king up on the throne. Pack the bag, gotta hit the road. Finessing these niggas are on the shit with the pawns. You gotta, come get your song. Orlando, we kick it, for the split of the walls.
I went to the gym today, my beaut.
I did too.
I only did a few exercises though.
You're a mother. You're. And I still hate you for 110. You son of a Maya.
You Maya Baya.
This one shot major. Wow, now it's not.
Maya Baya. You guys don't want to play pubs? I'm contemplating just getting off. Oh, I'll just get off then.
I'm not to play pubs.
Oh, I thought. What? 8:26. I think I'm just gonna use this as a mental rest day. I don't know why I love Call of Shame.
Or I was shooting too straight. Remember banned for literally no reason?
There's nothing wrong with me cheating. What is wrong with me cheating? Alright, Call of Shame is a scumbag. Like, there's no two ways about it. Like, the man is a scumbag.
Amen, Call of Shame. Amen. So tired of these 30 IQ idiots who listen to people like Call of Shame.
Remember when I exposed Nadia being permanently banned live on stream?
Those got banned. I was literally 1v4ing and a whole squad pulls up on me. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Well, she was called out again for cheating yesterday. Only this time, she eventually admitted to cheating in her past.
No, bro, there's a string clamper in here. No, not with the game. Yeah, that's kind of hack. You hacked once, and people think you hacked for life.
Is she trying to suggest she used to cheat and no longer does? Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Yesterday, I mentioned about how this rat traveled across the country to have his picture taken with swag. It's hilarious that he tried to make out he went there to do an interview, but he provided no evidence of this, and his camera mysteriously failed. Instead, he came away with a nice little photo, just like a fan. Let's be clear, Bad Boy Beeman is a cheating streamer. He has been permanently banned multiple times during Warzone. If there is one thing I hate, it's cheating. One time he was caught killing 38 players, and only taking 92 damage. He claims, he only does this in private lobbies for testing purposes, yet here he is, downing enemies in a public match, ruining the online experience of other players, just so he can get YouTube content. He is very careful to blur out his name. This is something all cheaters do. He constantly points out that Wagnificent was banned in the engine-owning ban wave back in September 2020. Well, guess who else was permanently banned during the engine-owning ban wave? That's right, this rat was also permanently banned for using cheat software. Someone post Bad Boy Beeman's COD tracker, but the post was quickly removed by one of his moderators. However, he was forced to address the allegations, further confirming his account was indeed permanently banned in 2020. This widely respected news source points out, he cheated in over 96 games within 2 weeks. The more I investigated, the worse it got. This guy is not a hacker hunter. The moment you download cheats and use them in public matches, you have no respect in this community. This disgraced PC analyst leaked some private messages between Bad Boy Beeman and one of his friends. Bad Boy Beeman can be seen here, talking about his shadow ban that ended up in his account being permanently banned, just like the cheating streamer 5x5. He is clearly not happy, and states he is in a bad mood right now, and both his accounts have been caught up in the engine-owning ban wave. He explains that both his accounts are now perma-banned for cheating, further proving this is not for educational purposes. This rat has been cheating the whole time. This cheater used cheats in Warzone. She monetized her content and she was banned. This cheater also used cheats in Warzone. She monetized her content and she was also banned. And you also used cheats in Warzone, monetized your content, and you are also banned. When will you cheaters realize you are not allowed to cheat for content? It was inevitable you would end up here. You were caught cheating, and your Facebook streaming career was over. You then became a hacker hunter, with no experience, just a mouth, a hat and a shed. Cheating will never be accepted. How dare you try to justify this? This is you earned your place next to Neo Rouge, for the cheating dirty rat you are. We got you. Game over.
Such a cheesy ending.
Tactical nuke ready for launch. Tactical nuke incoming!
Welcome to the Huberman Lab podcast, where we discuss science and science-based tools for everyday life. I'm Andrew Huberman, and I'm a professor of neurobiology and ophthalmology at Stanford School of Medicine. Today, my guest is Dr. Justin Sonnenberg. Dr. Sonnenberg is a professor of microbiology and immunology at Stanford School of Medicine, and one of the world's leading experts on the gut microbiome. The gut microbiome is the existence of trillions of little microorganisms throughout your gut. And gut, I don't just mean your stomach, I mean your entire digestive tract. Turns out we also have a microbiome that exists in our nose, in any other location in which our body interfaces with the outside world. In fact, there's a microbiome on your skin. And while it might seem kind of intrusive or kind of disgusting to have all these little microorganisms, they can be immensely beneficial for our health, meaning our hormonal health, our brain health, and our immune system function. Dr. Sonnenberg teaches us about the gut microbiome, how it's organized spatially, meaning which microbiota live where. He teaches us about these incredible things called crypts and niches, which are little caves within our digestive tract that certain microbiota take residence. And at that premier real estate, they're able to do incredible things to support our health. He also talks about the things that we can all do to support our microbiome in order for our microbiome to support our brain and body health. Dr. Sonnenberg co-runs his laboratory with his spouse, Dr. Erica Sonnenberg, and together they've also written a terrific and highly informative book called The Good Gut, Taking Control of Your Weight, Your Mood, and Your Long-Term Health. Even though that book was written a few years back, the information still holds up very nicely. And today he also builds on that information, informing us about recent studies that, for instance, point to the important role of fermented foods and the role of fiber in supporting a healthy gut microbiome. So if you've heard about the gut microbiome, or even if you haven't, today you're going to hear about it from one of the world's leading experts. He makes it immensely clear as to what it is, how it functions, and how to support it for your brain and body health. During today's discussion, we don't just talk about nutrition, we also talk about the impact of behaviors and the microbiome. Behaviors such as who you touch, who you kiss, who you hug, whether or not you interact with or avoid animals, whether or not those animals belong to you, or whether or not they belong to somebody else. If all that sounds a little bit bizarre, you'll soon understand that your microbiome is constantly being modified by the behavioral interactions, the nutritional interactions, and indeed your mood and internal reactions to the outside world. This is an incredible system. Everyone has one. Everyone should know how it works, and everyone should know how to optimize it. And today, you're going to learn all of that from Dr. Sonnenberg. I'm pleased to announce that I'm hosting 2 live events in May 2022. The first live event will take place in Seattle, Washington on May 17th. The second event will take place in Portland, Oregon on May 18th. Both are part of a series called The Brain-Body Contract. For this series, I will discuss science, so I will discuss the mechanistic science around things like sleep and focus and motivation, physical performance, mental health, physical health, a large number of topics that I believe many people are interested in and that certainly are important for our health and well-being and performance. In addition, I will, of course, describe tools and actionable items, most of which I have not discussed on the Huberman Lab podcast or anywhere else. Pre-sale tickets for these 2 events go live Tuesday, March 8th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. We've made these tickets exclusively available to the listeners of the Huberman Lab podcast, so they are password protected. To find them, you can go to hubermanlab.com/tour and use the code Huberman. Before we begin, I'd like to emphasize that this podcast is separate from my teaching and research roles at Stanford. It is, however, part of my desire and effort to bring zero cost to consumer information about science and science-related tools to the general public. In keeping with that theme, I'd like to thank the sponsors of today's podcast. Our first sponsor is Athletic Greens, now called AG1. I've been taking AG1 since 2012, so I'm delighted that they're sponsoring the podcast. The reason I started taking AG1 and the reason I still take AG1 once or twice a day is that it meets all my basic foundational supplementation needs. What I mean by that is it covers any vitamin and nutritional deficiencies that I might have, because I'm trying to be good about my nutrition and diet, but I don't always manage to get everything that I need, and I'm sure that there are a lot of gaps in there. So it covers those gaps. It also has probiotics. And as you'll learn in today's episode, and I've talked about on previous episodes, the probiotics are essential for a healthy gut microbiome. We need probiotics in order for our microbiome to thrive, and our microbiome supports things like gut-brain health, indeed things like metabolism, mood, hunger. It also supports the immune system. As you'll learn today, your gut microbiome actually manufactures neurotransmitters, the very chemicals that impact mood and brain function. Athletic Greens primes your system for a healthy gut microbiome, something that can be achieved with food and lifestyle factors, but is often hard to achieve with just food and lifestyle factors. If you'd like to try Athletic Greens, you can go to athleticgreens.com/Huberman to claim a special offer. They'll give you 5 free travel packs to make it very easy to mix up Athletic Greens while you're on the road, and a year's supply of vitamin D3 K2. Vitamin D3 has many important biological functions that support your immediate and long-term health, and K2 as well is very important for things like cardiovascular health, calcium regulation, and so on. Again, if you go to athleticgreens.com/Huberman, you can claim the special offer of the 5 free travel packs and the vitamin D3 K2. Today's episode is also brought to us by Roka. Roka makes eyeglasses and sunglasses that I believe are of the very highest quality. I've spent my lifetime working on the biology of the visual system, and I can tell you that the biology of the visual system has a lot of mechanisms in there so that, for instance, if you move from a bright environment to a dim environment, your visual system needs to adapt. One issue with a lot of sunglasses and eyeglasses is you move from one environment to the next, and you have to take the sunglasses or eyeglasses off. You get a glare or you have to adjust because of the way that the lenses are designed. With Roka, they've taken the biology of the visual system into account, and so you never have to take them off and on in order to move from one environment to the next. They are also designed for movement and athletics, or you can wear them for just things like work and going out to dinner and so forth. They have a terrific aesthetic. They're extremely lightweight. In fact, I often forget that they're even on my face. I wear sunglasses when it's very bright, and when I'm driving into sunlight, I wear readers at night. I hardly ever remember that they're on my face. They also won't slip off your face if you use them when running or cycling. The company was developed by 2 All-American swimmers from Stanford. So everything about these sunglasses and eyeglasses was developed with performance in mind in a lot of different situations and scenarios. If you'd like to try Roka, you can go to roka.com, that's ROKA.com, and enter the code Huberman to save 20% off your first order. Again, that's Roka, ROKA.com, and enter the code Huberman at checkout. Today's episode is also brought to us by Helix Sleep. Helix makes mattresses and pillows that are designed for your particular sleep needs. What I mean by that is you can go to the Helix site, you can take a very brief 2 or 3 minute quiz, ask questions like, do you sleep on your side, your back, your stomach? Do you tend to run hot or cold through the night? Maybe you don't know the answers to those questions. And then they match you to a mattress that's designed for your particular sleep needs. I matched to the Dusk, D-U-S-K mattress. I like a mattress that's not too firm, not too soft. I tend to sleep on my side. I sort of in the like crawling soldier position. It seems to be the most common position I sleep in. And that really works terrifically well for me. But you need to take the quiz to see which mattress works best for you. So if you're interested in upgrading your mattress, go to helixsleep.com/Huberman, take the 2-minute quiz, and they'll match you to a customized mattress. You can figure out how to get your optimal sleep, which is, I've talked about on this podcast so many times before. Sleep is the foundation of all mental and physical health and performance in any aspect of life. Sleep is key, and the mattress you sleep on is key to the sleep you get. After matching you to a customized mattress, you can get up to $200 off any mattress order and 2 free pillows. Again, if you're interested, you can go to helixsleep.com/Huberman to get up to $200 off and 2 free pillows. And now for my discussion with Dr. Justin Sonnenberg. Justin, thanks so much for being here.
Great to be here.
Yeah. I am a true novice when it comes to the microbiome. So I'd like to start off with a really basic question, which is, what is the microbiome? I imagine lots of little bugs running around in my gut, and I don't quite like the image of that. But I'm aware that our microbiome can be good for us, but we can also have an unhealthy microbiome. So if I were to look at the microbiome at the scale that I could see the meaningful things, what would it look like, and what's going on in there?
Yeah, I mean, essentially you're correct. I mean, we have all of these little microorganisms running around in our gut. I think, just to start off with clarifying terminology, microbiome and microbiota quite often are referred to or used to refer to our microbial community interchangeably, and I'll probably switch between those 2 terms today. The other important thing to realize is that these microbes are not just in our gut, but they're all over our body. They're in our nose, they're in our mouths, they're on our skin. And so basically anywhere that the environment can get to in our body, which includes inside our digestive tract, of course, is colonized with microbes. And the vast majority of these are in our distal gut and in our colon. And so this is the gut microbiota or gut microbiome. And the density of this community is astounding. I mean, it really is. If you get down to the scale of being able to see individual microbes, you start off with a zoomed out view and you see something that looks like, fecal material, the digesta inside the gut, and you zoom in and you start to, get to the microscopic level and see the microbes. They are just packed, side to side, end to end. It's a super dense bacterial community, almost like a biofilm, something that's just made up of microbes, to the point where it's thought that, around 30% of fecal matter is microbes, 30 to 50%. So, it's an incredibly dense microbial community. We're talking of, trillions of microbial cells. And all those microbial cells, if you start to get to know them and see who they are, break out in the gut probably to hundreds to 1,000 species, depending upon how you define a microbial species. And then most of these are bacteria, but there are a lot of other life forms there. There are archaea, which are little microbes that are bacteria-like, but they're different. There are eukaryotes. So, we commonly think of eukaryotes in the gut as something like a parasite, but there are eukaryotes, there are fungi, there are also little viruses. There are these bacteriophages that infect bacterial cells. And so, and those actually outnumber the bacteria like 10 to 1. So they're just everywhere there. They kill bacteria. And so there's these really interesting predator-prey interactions. But overall, it's just this really dense, complex, dynamic ecosystem. And so, you know, we're talking about the human as a single species, but we're also thinking of the human as this complex, integrated ecosystem of hundreds to thousands of species interacting in concert to do all the fantastic things that we know happen in the human body.
Amazing. So we've got a lot of cargo. Or
Totally.
maybe we're the
Absolutely mind
there
blowing.
have been people that
Got
have
some
likened,
cargo.
humans to just a really elaborate culturing flask for microbes, and that
Yeah, I
we've
guess,
actually
yeah.
been designed over the course of
Wow.
evolution, designed to just efficiently propagate this microbial culture from person to person, from generation to generation. So it's a different way of thinking of the human body.
Interesting. I believe that our pH, or the pH of our digestive system, varies as you descend, as you go from mouth to, you know, to throat and stomach. And you said that most of the microbiota are in the distal colon. Are there distinct forms of microbiota all along the length of the digestive tract and within these other interfaces with the outside world?
Totally. Yeah. So it starts like with our teeth and in our mouth and saliva. There's a oral microbiota. These microbial species are very different than the ones that you find in the digestive tract. They're usually, you know, built to deal with oxygen very well. They're, you know, in an area that is exposed to a lot of oxygen. They, of course, see different nutrients than, for instance, a colonic bacteria would see. And they grow quite often in mats that live, you know, on teeth. So they're very structured in terms of and not moving around a lot. So they're very fairly